Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. On CD, the Ravens have perennially been in the conversation. This year, they knock down that door, they win the AFC, and here they are in the Super Bowl.
And remember, they've won in recent years. Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. What a stretch they could put together if they could claim another title here.
Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's been about a decade and a half since that Super Bowl breakthrough, the win against Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 44.
And what a memory that was.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 48 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Right now we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground here on first down. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rice. And a catch made by Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Back to throw. Rice. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is...
All right, the offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. On first down, Rice escaping the pressure right. cuts it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
22 yards there, a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Kamara up the middle. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop at their own. They go play action here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He's got a man, complete. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Skirts by him at the 35, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Off the play fake, Rice. There's Chris Olave. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. On first and 10, Rice. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. And now the rookie's free. Still on his feet. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Saints strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now a throw to the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
He'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. On second down, Kamara. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take... Offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they will take a knee here. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.